there, and welcome to the Locker Room. Coach Giggs here, and today's message, there are no mistakes, only lessons to be learned. There are no mistakes, only lessons to be learned. Those are words that were sung by Barbra Streisand in a song many, many years ago. There are no mistakes in life, only lessons to be learned. Let me dig in here in this locker room. The number one reason that I've discovered that people are not living their best life is because they're too busy beating themselves up for past failures, disappointments, setbacks, illnesses, etc. They're too busy beating themselves up over past mistakes. And because of it, there's no room for them to take advantage of those mistakes so that those mistakes made them better. Because in the end, there are no mistakes. There are only lessons to be learned. I'll give you an example. 18 years ago, a child was born. Her name is Nicole Giglione. She is my daughter. In fact, some of you out there, in fact, many of you, I know you have daughters, and I'm sure some of you out there, you might have the second, third, fourth most beautiful girl in the world. I have the most beautiful daughter on planet Earth. That's right. So 18 years ago, this little girl was born. Now, at that time, her mother and I, we were married. And as life would have it sometimes, my wife and I, we got divorced some 14 years later. Question, was the marriage a mistake? Well, I don't know. If it was, then I need to go to my daughter and say, honey, you were a mistake. But here's what I know. My daughter is the biggest blessing this earth has ever seen. She was meant to be brought in to this earth. So my union with her mother was not a mistake. But yes, there were lessons to be learned because the marriage didn't make it, but my daughter did. And so there are no mistakes, only lessons. The question is, did I learn from this failed marriage? Well, first things first, you know that the failure of that marriage wasn't my fault. Well, oh, you don't believe me? Darn, I've been trying to sell that for a lot. It's obvious it was at least half my fault, if not more. So let's start there. Whatever mistakes, whatever failures you've had, take some responsibility for them. Take some ownership for them. But don't beat yourself up. Take responsibility, learn the lesson inside that failure, and pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move forward. But whatever you do, realize from today forward, there are no mistakes, only lessons to be learned. The question is, in that failure you've had, that setback of a business, did you learn anything? In the problems you're having with your child, if the approach you're using is not working, are you trying another approach? What are you doing so that you can learn something from that setback, failure, disappointment, so that you can pick up, dust off, and move forward? So remember, there are no mistakes. None. Only lessons to be learned. Thanks for joining me in the Locker Room, gang, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
If you know someone you feel has a special story to tell or life to share, please email Eric directly and he will reach out to you and or this individual, even if you think this person is you. And by the way, if you've enjoyed and feel the Daily Locker Room has served as an inspiration in your life, why not share it with a friend by sending them the daily message?